me as a Black student, it was really important to have other students of color around. That was important for my brother, for my family. But it was also just important to have as many opportunities as possible, and I think that's what every parent wants for their kids. So with Dalton, I got to pursue a lot of the arts, which is now what I do professionally, and so I had dance classes that were in school, and to have that opportunity just as part of my everyday curriculum, I think that was something, I couldn't have asked for more, especially not going to an arts-specific school, but going to a school that specialized kind of in everything, but having a dance studio and being able to do theater and a cappella and take art classes and painting and get to really dip my toes in so many different fields. And that's just speaking to, arts. There's so much more. But I think that was really the big draw. And then for my brother, being able to really engage in sports. I also played sports back in the day, which was great, and I'm so thankful I got to do that. But I think just really the depth of opportunity, the breadth of opportunity was very unique to Dalton. I think it taught me to think very critically about the world. Something that I learned when I got to college is that a lot of people grow up in very homogenous places, and so I was so thankful to grow up in an environment where there were people from many different walks of life, and there were teachers from many different walks of life. And so what that does as a kid is it allows you to actually think critically about who you are, the world you live in, and what you believe and who you want to be. So I think that sort of diverse community really allowed me to truly think critically and to not just accept things as they are, but also to dream of a different way to be, to dream of a different kind of society. I really felt like I got to explore who I was, and that the teachers also take students really, I don't want to say seriously because it's fun, but they treat us like adults. It's kind of hard to choose which pillar of Dalton is my favorite. But what I'll say about lab is, in the real world, you have casual conversations with your boss, with professors, with other humans, and you need to be able to engage in that way. And so the fact that Dalton doesn't baby anyone and allows students to actively take initiative and be proactive in their education by personally reaching out to teachers, by engaging with them outside of class is, it's just awesome. I loved my house advisors, and one of my house advisors I still text with on a regular basis, and we see each other's Facebook updates, and she was really important for me just in becoming the person I am today. Having someone to look up to, it really is like college, where you have a devoted advisor who's following you along all 4 years of your high school journey, and it's just vital, but I love it. I think Dalton really taught me to engage with curiosity, taught me how to listen to a lot of people even when I don't agree, but it gave me that sort of humble curiosity, being able to ask hard questions and being okay with not knowing the answers or being okay with complex answers is vital, because we know that everything in life is not as simple as it seems. Dalton really taught me how to be okay with that, how to really be confident and excited and hopeful about the future, even when there aren't simple, easy, short answers to life. Being able to be at a school that was really actively pouring into dance and singing and theater, oh my goodness. There is so much here to explore. I got to explore all of that and really also develop skills professionally during my time at Dalton that I now use. I've had the opportunity to work professionally as an actor. I've done a couple world premiere musicals. That's really kind of what I'm doing most of now, and that's been such a joy. I've also done a lot of concerts. I'm singing in a concert in Times Square this weekend, which I'm really excited about. I've gotten to do some TV and film, some commercial, and that's really been a joy. That's been at the center of my career. During my time at Dalton, I had the chance to travel internationally a couple times. I got to travel to Buenos Aires, see the whole city, experience some of Argentina, and attend a bilingual school where I was taking classes in Spanish for a couple weeks. It's just unheard of stuff, and it sticks with you. I even got to go to the Galapagos with Dalton. I almost giggle about it now because it was so spectacular. I horseback rode up a volcano. I swam with sea lions, kayaked around the islands, just things that you really dream about. I got to do as a teenager in my time at Dalton. In high school, I actually had the opportunity to create my own class. Like literally create my own assignments and create my own class. It was interdisciplinary, so I loved art so much, which I still do, and I also loved science. And so I created a class called The Art of Biology, where I studied infectious disease under one of my favorite science teachers, and I also then studied under one of my favorite art teachers. Another project that I loved that really stuck with me was from a class called Thinking Globally, Acting Locally. And that class focused on international development and public service. And we actually had to go out and get an internship and do a project with a nonprofit that was not affiliated with Dalton, that was just on our own. And so it encourages you to be mature, and you have to go out and seek the opportunity. Of course, they provided support, but I actually worked with an arts nonprofit, and at this arts nonprofit, I helped create a student ambassador circle. So I founded that program, and it still is actually running today, which is really, really cool to say, yeah, when I was 17, through a class at Dalton, I got an internship, was doing that internship during the school year, and founded a program that actually is still running today and is now grown into something much bigger than I ever dreamed of when I was in that class. I have so many fond memories of my time at Dalton. I would say one that really sticks out to me is Arch Day. Arch Day is a Dalton tradition, and the idea is at the end of every year, you pass under the arch and transition into the next year. And I remember my senior year, one of my very best friends, who I actually met at Dalton summer camp as a toddler, and we walked under the arch together holding hands. So to have that really profound, beautiful memory of our senior year, we've grown up together, that was really special.